So we have done this paste special. Now this is format painter. कोई बता सकते हैं what is format painter? So basically format painter is used to apply the format from a source cell or source range to some other range. Let us see. So this is the data where we have basically the formats. There is a header. These are the colors, borders, and everything. And in the right side, we have only the data, strip data. There is no any formatting. Now I wanted to apply the same format. यही format मुझे यहाँ पर apply करना है. So I wanted to apply the same format to this place. So with the help of format painter, you can use this, you can do this. And after applying format painter, the data would be something like this. ये कुछ ऐसा बन जाएगा. Where we can access the format painter? Under home tab, there is a format painter button. It seems something like this. This one, paint. Let us see. Let us see the example. एक बार करते हैं. Just hold on. So we have two sheets in this one. In the first sheet, we have this serial number, projects, hours, and in the similar data we are having in this one. I just wanted to apply the same format to this one. Okay. So how we can do this? I'll just select the data. सबसे पहला आपको select करना पड़ेगा the source data. And then we can go to this format painter. After applying to this one, I'll just select the data where we wanted to apply the format. जैसे मैं यहाँ पर करूँगा, so I'll be getting the same format like this. I'm repeating. I'll select this data. Sorry. I'll select the entire data. I'll go with this format painter. And this one. Clear? This one is clear, everybody. Let us move into another sheet. Now here we have this data and we have two different tables. इसमें करना है, कैसे करेंगे? Let us see. I've selected this data. Double click करना है this one. Now I have applied to this one and I have applied to this one. That's it. यही तो करना था. Simple. But जैसे आपका काम खत्म हो जाएगा, just click the escape button. खत्म. So this is how we can apply it to multiple times. एक बार repeat कर रहा हूँ. Let us see. So what I'll do, I'll just select this one and double click on this. I'll select this. I'll select this. Simple. So this is how we can apply the formatting to multiple places, and after applying, just press escape button. Sure. Now one question. Suppose I wanted to remove the format of this table. इसका formatting remove कैसे करेंगे? I just wanted to remove the format. अच्छा, बिल्कुल एक तरीका तो ऐसा है कि बेसिकली जहां पर भी फॉर्मेटिंग नहीं है, आई कैन यूज दिस वन टू अप्लाई दिस वन सेम फॉर्मेट. ये अगर इसको मैं अप्लाई करूंगा फॉर्मेट पेंटर से, सो वी कैन अप्लाई दिस वन. सो दिस इज वन मेथड दैट वी कैन यूज दिस वन. अनदर मेथड दैट वी कैन सेलेक्ट द डेटा अंडर होम टैब. देयर इज क्लियर this one. This is clear button. Under clear there is clear formats. So we can use this one also. दोनों सेम है, दोनों को में से किसी को भी आप कर सकते हो. अब क्वेश्चन ये है, I have this format and I wanted to apply this format to this one. I wanted to apply the existing format to this data. कैसे करेंगे बताएं? Same pattern, same चलेगा ना? I'll use this one, format painter, and I'll apply to this data. And this will not be done. ये नहीं होगा. There is a limitation in format painter that if I am going to select a smaller table and then apply the same format to a large table, then this problem will occur. जब हम ग्रुप में सिलेक्ट करेंगे तो अप्लाई भी ग्रुप में ही होगा. सिंगल रो कैन बी अप्लाइड टू मल्टीपल प्लेसेस, बट अगर मैं ग्रुप में सिलेक्ट करूंगा सो देन इट विल अप्लाइड एज ए ग्रुप. सो व्हाट वी कैन डू इट टू टाइम्स. दो बार कर सकते हैं. पहला बार, इन द फर्स्ट टाइम आई कैन यूज दिस हेडर, एंड इन द सेकेंड टाइम I can select this one row and apply to multiple row. One row can be applied to multiple row like this. So this is how we can apply the formatting. Now, if I'm not using format painter, then how can we apply the same format to multiple places? Let us say if I'm not using format painter and I wanted to apply the same format which is in this one. यहाँ पर जो format है वो मुझे यहाँ पर apply करना है. In the last session, we have done format painter. हम लोगों ने format painter किया था. Sorry, paste special. So we can do using paste special now. Click Control C. I can select the data. Right click, paste special, and then formats. Same thing. Same चीज होगा. This is clear. ये clear है. Either you can use paste special or we can use this format painter. Everybody, this is clear? So let us close this topic. Now, I'm going to start this new one, which is very important. This is text to columns. कोई बता सकते हैं what is text to column? What is text to columns? क्या होते हैं text to columns? So this is text to columns. Text to columns means splitting a data from one cell to multiple cells. Means one text to multiple text. So text to columns. So text to columns is used to split the data from one columns to several columns. Something like this. Suppose this is my data. We have transaction ID and we have this data, and in between there is a hyphen. यहाँ पर hyphen. Now, I wanted to split this data into two multiple columns. Two columns में करना है, two separate columns में करना है, depending upon this hyphen sign. Now, whenever we are going to use text to columns, so we have been provided with two options. दो चीज मुझे मिलता है. The first thing is the delimited and the second is fixed with. Delimited means splitting the data based upon certain specific character. कोई कैरेक्टर को रीड करके करना है, जैसे अंडरस्कोर, हाइफन, स्पेस, डॉट, something like this. So this is basically splitting the data based upon certain character. This is the delimited. And fixed with, the second option is the number of characters. If I wanted to split 3 characters from left side, so whenever number of characters come into the action, so then we can use this text to columns with fixed with. And if I have to just use the specific character means any character, be it be ABC 1 2 3 underscore dot, so we can use this delimited. अब आप बताओ इनमें से कौन सा होगा? In this data, which of these two options can be used? I have to use hyphen to split the data. क्या होंगे बताइए? Delimited या fixed with? Delimited. So after using delimited, the data would be splitting like this. So we can find text to columns under the data tab, or we can use Alt DE to use this one. Alt DE से कर सकते हैं text to columns. Let us see. एक बार देखते हैं. I'm going to open a file. So in this file we have 3 sheets. 3 sheets है मेरे पास. In the first sheet we have this data. We have a data in a single column. Now Please listen the question carefully. I have to split the data into two columns. दो कॉलम में डेटा को स्प्लिट करना है. In the first column, I have to keep the data for the first three record. मतलब इसको मुझे दो कॉलम में स्प्लिट करना है. फर्स्ट कॉलम में फर्स्ट थ्री कैरेक्टर्स रहना चाहिए, and in the second column all the characters should be there into the second column, but first column में only the first three characters. So what we have to use, fixed with or delimited. So this is the perfect method, because if I am going with this delimited, so I have to use space. If I am going to use space, so it will be split into three columns, right? So in this case I have to use fixed with, because I said na that I have to split the data into two parts, where in the first part first three characters should be there. So first three characters का मतलब क्या हो गया, number of characters, which is fixed with. So in this case we have to use fixed with. So I have to select the data. First step क्या होगा, to select the data. Second step, I have to go to this data tab. Data tab में जाएंगे and we can use this text to columns, or the shortcut is Alt DE. Now inside this window there is two options, delimited and fixed with. So I'm going to use this fixed with. Next, no, this one I'm getting this arrow. Arrow का मतलब क्या है, it will split the data from that position, उस position से. So I can remove the arrow manually, मैं बाहर फेंक सकता हूँ, or even I can use double click. I'll use double click on this arrow, so it will remove this. Now I can place my arrow manually. जहां पर भी मुझे split करना है, I have to place my arrow. So I have to click here. यहाँ पर जैसे ही click करूंगा, so the data would be split into two parts. The first part में first three and the second part में rest of the characters. I'll go with this next. Next में क्या होगा? It's asking for the destination and this is showing A1. अगर मैं A1 को नहीं हटाऊंगा, if I'm not going to change this A1, तो क्या होगा? Original data would be replaced with this one. तो original data में replace करने में क्या होगा? The data would be come into A and B column, where in the A column first three characters would be there and the B column rest of the characters are there. But हमें वो चीज नहीं करना है. So I can change the destination. So this is C1. So that original data would be there as it is, and the data would be splitted from C column. So let us finish. जैसे मैं finish करूंगा, so this is showing the split. In the C column, I'm getting the first three characters, and in the D column, rest of the characters. This is clear, everybody? ये clear है? I'm repeating the process quickly. So I'm going to select this one. This is text to columns. I'm going to select fixed with. I can double click and remove, or I can drag and remove, and I can click wherever I want this. So in this case, I want the arrow into this position. Next, now I'm going to change the destination, because if I'm not going to change the destination, the original data would be altered. Let us see. So I'm going to select this one, C1, finish. So the data is split into two columns. So let us move forward to the next sheet. In this sheet, we have similar kind of data. Now, we have a hyphen sign here in between. So I wanted to split the data into two parts based upon this hyphen sign. So which one I am going to use? Fixed with or delimited? Yes, delimited, because I have to check the characters, not the number of characters, but the specific characters I have to check. So let us see. Data, text to columns, delimited. Next. So in this one, it's prompted to select the delimiters. So what is the delimiter? So there is no tab, there is no semicolon, there is no comma, there is no space, but in the other, I can write hyphen, that's minus sign. Now next, I can use the same step. I can change the destination. Let's say C. Click on finish. So I'm getting like this. The data is split into two columns, but आप देख रहे हो, the numbers that is starting from zero से जो भी numbers है वो आ गया, zero is removed, because there is a default nature in Excel. If I'm going to start some numbers with zero and I'm going to write something, so it will remove the zero. So in this case, I don't want to remove the zero. कैसे करेंगे? Any idea? I wanted the data as it is, जैसे है वैसे ही. Let us see. एक बार देखते हैं कैसे करना है. So by default, the formatting of any cell is general. यहाँ पर ये general है. If I'm going to use zeros 5, so it will say 5. But whenever we change the data format to text, कोई भी format को अगर हम text में करेंगे, and if I'm going to write something that starts with 0, so it will store that data. वो 000 stored रहेगा. So what I have to do, I have to use this trick, but we are not going to change the format into this one. I am going to change the format inside the text to column. So there is an option in text to columns that I wanted the format in text. Text में मुझे चाहिए output. वो option है. So I'm going to use this one, data, text to columns, delimited, this step. Now this is showing general. So I'll select this one and I can go for this text. Similarly, I will select this और इसको भी मैं text कर सकता हूँ. Now let's change the this. इसको change करते हैं. C1. Click on finish. Now done. देखा आपने? This is done. Now this is showing some green sign into the left corner. Green का मतलब क्या होता है? Anywhere if you find this green color, इसका मतलब कोई वहां पर error आ रहा है और there is some warning. Now this is the warning as number is stored as text. As I wanted to store this number as text only. तो क्या कर सकते हैं? I can ignore error. But ऐसे काफी सारे हैं. It's not possible कि one by one मैं इनको करूँ. So what is the best method? मैं किसी एक में select करूंगा जहां पर error है. I'm going to select some single cell where there is an error. Now let's select Control A. Now this is showing the same button icon. I'll go with ignore error. First done. There is no error. ये नहीं है. So this is how we can convert this error value to exact text. This is clear, everybody? ये clear है? Let us move into the first sheet again. And this is very interesting question. What I have to do, I have to just pick the middle number. जो बीच में जो data है ना, मुझे यही रखना है. I just wanted to keep this data into the same column. और लेफ्ट और राइट साइड का डेटा हटाना है. लेफ्ट एंड राइट साइड डेटा इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड फॉर मी. आई जस्ट वांटेड द मिडिल डेटा, चाहे वहां पर कुछ भी हो. आई जस्ट वांटेड द मिडिल डेटा इनटू द सेम लोकेशन. सो कैसे करेंगे बताइए? हाउ वी कैन डू दिस? आप लोग कैसे करोगे? देखते हैं एक बार कैसे करना. लेट अस सी. व्हाट आई विल डू, आई विल गो विद दिस टेक्स्ट टू कॉलम्स. वी कैन यूज डिलिमिटेड एंड फिक्स्ड विद बोथ. But it's better to go with this delimited because there is an option space. Space से कर लेंगे तीनों चीज. Now next, it's asking to skip column. So I don't want this data. So I'll just go with this do not import column, skip. Now I'll just select this data and I'll go with do not import column. So I wanted to skip both the columns, this one and this one, and I'll not change the destination. मैं डेस्टिनेशन को चेंज नहीं करूंगा बिकॉज आई वांट द डेटा इनटू दिस वन. अगर आपको राइट साइड में चाहिए तो आप कर सकते हो, बट आई वांट द डेटा इनटू दिस वन. सो आई जस्ट क्लिक ऑन फिनिश. डन. लेफ्ट और राइट दोनों का डेटा हट गया. चलिए, नाउ लेट अस मूव इनटू द लास्ट वन व्हिच इज नेम्स. नाउ इन दिस क्वेश्चन, इन दिस शीट, नेम्स वाले डेटा में क्या है? वी आर हैविंग मल्टीपल नेम्स. Now the task is that I wanted to split the data into multiple columns based upon this first name, second name, third name ऐसे. So क्या करेंगे? Delimited या fixed with? What we can do? Fixed with नहीं होगा ना because names are not same. Delimited, I have to use space. Space से ही तो split करना है. So text to columns, I can use this delimited and I can go for this space. Now let us go with this next and change the destination. So this is the data. ये हो गया. Space होगा ना, I have to check for space and split the data. Clear? This is clear? Now, as of now, we have done with some basic things of text to columns. Now let us move into two scenarios where we are going to learn some advanced concept. देखिएगा ध्यान से. Now first let's take an example of bank statement. So जब statement आता है, if I'm going to take this into Excel, तो ऐसे आते हैं 2000 DR, 400 CR, 50 CR, 6000 CR, 4300 DR, 90 DR, 50 CR, 20 DR, something like this. Now I just wanted to convert this data to actual numbers. मतलब जहां पर DR है वो माइनस साइन आना चाहिए, something like this, और जहां CR है normal, it should come like this, so that the calculations are possible. In this is a proper text, so I just wanted to convert this data to proper numbers, something like this. Let us see कैसे करना है. देखिए CR is easily taken care. CR के केस में क्या करेंगे, I'll remove the CR and it will automatically become positive. So let us see how to find replace. So Control H, I'll find this CR and replace with nothing. So find and replace, the shortcut for find and replace is Control H, or even I can go with find. So the shortcut for find is Control F, and we can go for replace. So directly to go into this window is Control H. So I'll find for CR and replace with is nothing. I'll go with replace all. So the positive numbers are taken care. Positive में कोई दिक्कत नहीं आए. The main challenges are with the negative numbers. So Control H. Let us find the DR and replace with minus sign. Now this will come something like this. ये आएगा. अब आप बताओ how can we take care? ये माइनस राइट साइड से लेफ्ट साइड में लेके जाना है. I just wanted to move this right side minus to left side minus. कैसे करेंगे? यहां तक तो आ गया. इसके बाद अब देखिए कैसे करना है. This, let's see the magic. I'll select the data. I'll go with this text to columns. Now I can select any of these. इन दोनों में से कोई भी select कर सकते हैं. But next step में ध्यान दीजिएगा कुछ भी selected ना हो. If I am going to use this fixed width, so next step में कोई arrow नहीं होना चाहिए. And if I am going to use this delimited, so kindly ensure that nothing is selected into this one. जैसे हो गया, click on finish, done, हो गया magic. Now what, how does it happen? ये आ रहा है क्वेश्चन कि ये हुआ कैसे. How text to column is used for this purpose. Let us see कैसे करते हैं. So I'll select this data. I'll go with this text to columns. So इन दोनों में से कोई भी select कर सकते हैं. अब next करते हैं. What I have done, I have clicked on finish. बस अगर next करेंगे, so there is an advanced button. Under advanced button आप देख रहे हो, there is an option which shows that trailing minus for negative numbers. मतलब जो minus sign right side में है वो left side में आ जाए. This is the option, and this is already checked. So whenever I am going to click on this finish, that option is also taken care. वो भी taken care हो जाता है, and this is applicable. ये काम कर जाता है. Now let's see another option, another example. Let's suppose I have received a data where the date is just like a number. वो number ही है. Something like this, 2019, 2019 August 21, 21st August 2019, 2007. This is November, and this is 13th November, 2020, December 05, 5th December. So the data are something like this. इस तरह से data है. Now what I wanted to do, these are numbers. These are not exactly dates, but I have received the format in this one, this format. Now the question is that I wanted to convert it into proper dates. Dates में कैसे convert होगा? Anybody? How can we convert this into date? देखिए मैं आपको बता देता हूँ. There are two ways of doing this. जो लोग करते हैं, क्या करते हैं, वो पहले ब्रेक कर देते हैं like this. Text to columns में जाते हैं, fixed width में जाते हैं, next. Now they break the data like this और कर देते हैं finish. and there is a function which is date function. First, it's asking for a year. So year is this one, month is this one, and day is this one. So this is the date that they have. So this is one method that most of the people are doing. But हम ऐसा नहीं करेंगे. अब आप बताओ, what is this format? पहले क्या है? Year है, then month है, and then D. So this is the format for this data. इसी format में. So what I'll do, I'll select this one. I'll go with this text to columns, and I can use any format. कोई भी format use कर सकते हैं. Be it be fixed, be it be delimited. Next step में कुछ नहीं होना चाहिए. I'll go with this next. So there is a date. ये date है, and it's asking for the source. कहाँ पर आपका क्या है source? Column का data format क्या है? This is YMD format. Click on finish. Done. This is showing 21st August 2019. Now we can convert it into any format. So ये date आ गया based upon the format that is there in my computer. जो मेरे control panel में है, system में. So I'm getting this format. So this is clear. Both the examples are clear.